Hello everyone, my name is Juliet Ambali and you're welcome to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time being here, thank you so much for deciding to come to this channel. I promise you're going to have a very beautiful time here. You can go through all my 100 and above videos and watch and enjoy yourself. There's something for everyone, whether you're single, whether you're engaged, whether you're married. I'm sure you find something that will suit you. So on to today's video. Today, I am going to be talking about the important reason singles need to find their purpose before getting married. Before I do go any further, and before I delve into the core aspect of this video, I'd like to first of all point out that this video is not necessarily saying, oh, hold on, don't just get married soon um, because you are pursuing your purpose, and in reality you don't even have clarity about what your purpose is, or you're not really pursuing your purpose but you're giving that as an excuse for why you do not want to get married. No. So it also doesn't mean that you have to be a particular age, do you understand, before you get married, or so in that guise you are saying, oh, I'm pursuing my purpose, by the time I'm this age I'm sure that by then I would have discovered my purpose. No. Even if you're younger, if you're older, anybody can find their purpose as long as they want to, as long as they are willing to and are open to finding their purpose. So I need to put that clear so that you don't misconstrue me and think that I'm saying, oh, get married later in life so that you use a particular period of time trying to discover your purpose. Far from it. You can discover your purpose early enough, and if you are much older now and you still haven't discovered your purpose, you can discover your purpose now in preparation for whenever God desires and if He wills for you to get married. So I needed to put that there first. So on to the first reason you need to discover your purpose as a single before getting married. Now the first reason is that marriage in itself requires you having a vision. That's the reality of things. Except you're just getting married and trying to meet certain societal expectations about you being or getting married, then you should understand that for you to be married or for you to get married and have a wholesome marriage and family, you need to have a vision. So if you do not have a vision as an individual or as a person, how then do you intend to create a vision for marriage? Okay, so it's very important that you understand first and foremost that marriage in itself requires you having a vision. And for you to be able to have a vision for marriage, you need to have a vision for yourself first and foremost as an individual. The second reason you need to have a purpose as a single or as an unmarried person is that it will help you to be able to sieve the weeds from the real thing. Okay, it will help you to be able to sieve and know, okay, even though this person looks like they are potential, they do not align with the vision that God has given me as an individual. So I wouldn't rather waste my time venturing into this relationship trying to figure out what will happen in the long run, because you already know your purpose, because you already know you already have a personal vision that God has given you, and so this will help you a great deal. You know, oftentimes a lot of people make the mistake of going in and out of relationships because they're trying to figure out if somebody suits them, if somebody would match them or vibe with them, but not necessarily if somebody has or if their personal purpose aligns with the purpose of this other person. So it's very important that you have your personal purpose, you understand what God has created you for, so that whenever anybody comes, even though they look like I said earlier on, potential, even though they seem like it, be able to wait for the person who is it, who really aligns with you. So it's very important that you have a purpose as an individual so that it makes it easier for you to be able to sieve and not stress yourself going through one heartbreak or the other, just in the bid of finding out who you think would match your life as a whole. So that's the second thing to take note of. The third thing that I need to state right now is that it's important that you understand that your career is not necessarily the same thing as your purpose. It's possible that somebody can have a career that is different from their purpose. So you don't think, okay, I'm done with school, right now I have a job, and so the next thing is that I should get married. Far from it. Your job, your career, your business is not necessarily the same thing as your purpose. Okay, it could just be a pathway to your purpose. Say for instance, your purpose is to add value to the lives of people in a particular society. And so maybe you want to start a business selling food. So selling of food is a business. It's not may not necessarily be the end goal, but the quality of service you give in that food making in that business is the value that you are adding to the people in that society. Okay, so some people may be just building their career so that they can be able to pay their bills and do one thing or the other, not necessarily because they are passionate about it. One, your passion does not necessarily even mean that that's your purpose, or not necessarily to that it is your purpose. So it's important that you understand that your career is not always going to be your purpose. It may just be a pathway to discovering your purpose. So that you should have that in mind and understand that when you finish a particular stage of life, when you finish school and you get a job, the next thing automatically is not that you're supposed to get married. The next thing, or even prior to finishing school, prior to even starting school, no matter how young you are, start discovering what your purpose is. It's very important so that you don't say, oh, I want to change my career now. And you are imagining that you're changing your entire purpose, okay? So that in the ever changing seasons of your career, it doesn't affect your purpose, it doesn't affect your core, it doesn't affect who you are, and it doesn't affect in the long run the marriage that you get into, okay? Because you already have a purpose, you already have a purpose that is not entirely your career or could be your career. So the whole crux of that particular point is that your career may not necessarily be your purpose. For some people, the career path that they have chosen may be like the whole crux of their purpose, but not everybody is doing a job or a business that is just their career. They're just their purpose rather. Okay, so their career path can just be a pathway to actualizing or fulfilling their purpose. So the next point that I would like to address is that oftentimes one of the main things that I hear people say or ask at different levels or stages in life is mainly about discovering purpose. Some people say, how do I discover my purpose? How do I know what my purpose is and what have you? In fact, there are so many videos around it. So I'll encourage that you look for books, videos, and materials so that you can read and understand. But one key thing that I like to let you understand is that God is the one who has designed us. So He had a plan when He designed us. So it's best for you to go to Him in prayer, and by His grace and through different ways, He'll help you realize what your purpose is. He may tell someone in a particular way and tell you in an entirely different way. So just look up to God and He'll direct you on what path to take with regards to realizing what your purpose is. However, another key thing that I'd like you to take note of, and this is one tip that a lot of people are oblivious of or ignorant of, and it is the importance of getting for yourself a mentor. Getting yourself a mentor who has gone through the path that you have gone through. In fact, the person may not necessarily be older than you, the person may be younger than you are, but you know that this person is living in purpose. And the place of mentorship is so that these people's experiences will help you a great deal, not to necessarily make the same mistakes that they have made, because from their own experiences you will learn a whole lot, their successes, their mistakes, and what have you. And this will help you a great deal in realizing your purpose. So it's very important. So the reason why a lot of people usually somehow seem to discover their purpose after making so many mistakes is because they do not have a mentor, someone who will guide them and who will be like a sounding board to help them process certain things, because they just plunge into or enter into uncharted waters without any guidance. So it's very important that you find a mentor, and please, mentors or older people or people who are experienced, as much as possible, if nobody's coming to find you, prayerfully ask God to guide you to help somebody out there so that you can mentor them and they don't necessarily have to make the mistakes that you have made. Rather, you can nurture them, be there for them, be someone they can talk to, and be certain that confidentiality is top notch for them and what have you, so that you can help to add to the world a whole lot number of wholesome people, wholesome singles who will someday eventually get married and create beautiful homes as God pleases, to the glory of God's name. So it's very important, mentorship. Please don't take this lightly. This is a key thing that everyone should have in mind. Lastly, this is not to say that you cannot discover your purpose at any time or any phase of your life, but it's advisable that if you are single and you're unmarried, you should seek to realizing or finding what it is that your purpose is. so that you are better equipped and ready for the person you're getting married to, and you'll be able to together create a wholesome vision for the family that you intend to build. But even if you have gotten married and you still are clueless as to what your purpose is, it's not too late. That's another thing that I would like to let you know. It's not too late. Today is always another chance to start afresh, to ask God to direct you. And I'm sure that within the confines of where you find yourself now that you're married, there's something that God can still do, that God is ever ready to do. It's not too late. Again, once again, so just plunge in on your knees and trust that by the special grace of God, He's going to help you. Finding your purpose is one of the best things that can ever happen to you, and is a means to being a a tool in the hands of God, and it's such a beautiful thing. Nothing compares to living in purpose. And I hope that by the special grace of God, this video has impacted you one way or the other. If this video has been a blessing to you, please do well to share with someone out there that you think will find this very useful. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, stay blessed. Bye.